Welcome to another edition of the Turnpike Sports Book Report. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're here to give you a whip-around look at some of the latest news coming out of the sports betting industry. This week in our state and national reports, we're going to be talking May, June, and July benchmarks. We have a state reporting its May numbers, and I think you know who that is. Mm-hmm. And also we got some Nevada gaming records to talk about as well.
Okay.
Deals, we've got a Bill Belichick deal. There's a name we haven't expected to hear for a while. We also have some news regarding the effect the ESPN NBA WNBA deal will have with ESPN Bet, as well as a wrestling deal.
Oh, a wrestling deal,
yes.
Huh? Okay, all right.
Industry updates, our usual collection of licenses and launches. No closures this week.
Which is a good thing.
Yes.
I hate hearing about any business closing.
The market corrections will take a break for this week.
Okay.
Legislative roundup. We've got some federal legislation to talk about, as well as some news out of New York and Nebraska. We're going to start talking state and national reports right after this.
Interest rates and inflation are out of control. Is your credit card debt also out of control? It's time to resolve your debt and take back control for a lot less than what you owe. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, then you need to call us right now. Debt Fix Pros can significantly reduce the amount you owe, and you could be debt-free faster than you think.
I knew we had to do something. Our debt was growing.
It was getting out of control, and we just didn't know what to do.
We saw an ad for Debt Fix Pros. We called, and they showed us how fast they could get us out of debt.
It really was amazing, and now we're back in control.
Call now, and we'll show you how easy it is to fix your debt. The call and consultation are free. Call Debt Fix Pros right now at 800-479-3522. That's 800-479-3522. 800-479-3522.
Attention. If you owe back taxes to the IRS, watch this urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by hiring 87,000 new agents to garnish your paycheck and put liens on homes and businesses. They can even seize your bank account. The IRS calls it enforced compliance, and now they have the manpower to get you. Penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily. So call One Stop Tax Relief Shop and get the IRS off your back. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. And no other tax shop gets you more or faster approvals. One Stop Tax Relief has resolved thousands of cases since 2014 and saved clients millions of dollars. Call now for a free consultation. Connect with tax professionals who get the IRS off your back.
Call 800-605-0688. 800-605-0688.
One Stop Tax Relief Shop.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. We're going to start off our state and national reports closing the door on May of 2024.
Oh, okay. Arizona always bringing up the rear, huh?
Exactly.
Well, I hope it was worth it, though. I don't know what the numbers are going to say, but I'm eagerly waiting to hear what May brought for Arizona.
Well, Arizona just takes their time and does the collection the right way.
It's,
we've
being
got
fashionably late.
Yes.
So.
May sports betting report. Arizona reported its 20th handle of at least $500 million in its history.
That's very good.
Year-to-date total handle past $3 billion. Year-to-date gross gaming revenue past $300 million. Also, the second consecutive month. This is May we're talking about. Mm-hmm. Second consecutive month, Arizona passed Nevada.
Okay. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
Because we're going to be talking Nevada June.
Okay.
I just want to make that clear.
Right.
This is they're passing
you
Nevada.
You made it sound like it's so late. This is May we're talking about here. Okay. So.
And sixth consecutive month, FanDuel passed $20 million in revenue monthly.
Okay.
With the Arizona report, we have our May top 10. In terms of handle state-wise, we've got New York, Illinois, New Jersey, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. That's becoming the set top 5 every month now. We've got Massachusetts, Arizona, broke into the top 10 there, North Carolina, Nevada was number 9, and Virginia rounded out the top 10.
Okay.
Moving forward in the calendar, we've got our sports betting report for New Hampshire for the month of June. First monthly handle under $50 million since August of last year.
And now this is for June, huh?
This is June of 2024. First time it's under $50 million monthly handle since August of 2023.
I guess not a lot of betting on the Red Sox. I mean, you had the Celtics in their championship run, but, I guess that didn't translate into New Hampshire bettors.
Well, June, I guess,
Yeah.
yeah. But first time since August of 2023 as well, mobile handle accounted for more than 90% of the total handle.
Okay.
Moving over to Colorado, our favorite state because of one particular sport.
Yes, they love their table tennis.
Yes.
They must be loving the Olympics, because I even watch table tennis for the Olympics, so I can't even imagine what the table tennis fans in Colorado are doing.
Well, before we talk table tennis,
Okay.
June sports betting report, state of Colorado became the 9th state to surpass $3 billion this year alone.
All right.
Now, table tennis. Table tennis has gotten a resurgence again. I remember we were talking about, is there a season? And there were a couple months in Colorado where table tennis was around 7-8 million monthly handle. We now have a record handle for table tennis.
Okay.
And I'm assuming it has something to do with the Olympics.
Yeah. Like I said, I even watch table tennis in the Olympics, so I can imagine what.
Well,
they're doing.
I'm actually starting to think about it right now. Maybe not, because the Olympics are July. We're talking June. So I'm trying to figure out why table tennis is
I don't
big
know.
in June.
Well, I don't know. Maybe
we spoke too soon on that one.
Can you imagine though what the numbers are right now for table tennis in Colorado?
July?
Yeah, I mean,
July,
watching
August
the
here, yeah.
the Olympics. So
But
in June that's a record for table tennis.
15,
and the Olympics
15
hasn't
million.
even occurred yet.
Exactly.
Wow.
$15
Can you
million
imagine that?
total handle
Wow.
for June. For table tennis alone, all but 1,000 of that was online.
Okay, how much was the handle again?
15 million,
Wow.
68,000,
Unbelievable.
$838.
That's great.
Yes.
Well, you know what? They were gearing up for the Olympics. They knew the Olympic table tennis matches were going to occur,
Yes.
so they were
Getting their
they were
stride.
practicing. They were getting in the table tennis mode.
Getting to know the players.
Getting in their mindset. So yeah.
What was more interesting, the number 15 million is staggering for table tennis. 4.3% of the total handle was table tennis for the month of June in Colorado.
Hey, good. That's great.
I've never seen it above 3, to be honest with you. So when you see 4.3% of total handle, that's a huge number for table tennis.
Like I said, I'd be very curious to see the table tennis numbers in Colorado after July, after the Olympics and things like that.
Moving over to Nevada, we've got their June sports betting report. Nevada Gaming Commission reported almost $30 million in sports betting revenue. That's up over 200% from the previous year.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Mobile sports books provided more than 60% of the $239 million in overall winnings for the first 6 months of 2024. That's a big number there for the mobile sports books in Nevada.
Yeah, Nevada, they really put a premium on people actually going physically to the sports book. So
Yes.
I guess that's not a big concern. The mobile sports betting industry, I mean, it's very important in Nevada, but it's not their main concern. They want to get people in there. Plus, Nevada and Las Vegas are more of a tourist town. So I don't know about how other people do it, but when I'm traveling to another state, I kind of not download those apps for sports betting. So, if you're a tourist, the whole thing is about going physically to the casinos and sports books. So,
Well, where Nevada is concerned, they actually, looking at their gaming numbers, not only was it for the month of June, but also June marked the end of their fiscal year.
now when you say gaming, are you talking
This
about
is overall gaming.
Oh, like slots and table games
everything.
and things like that? Okay,
Fantasy, everything.
all right, okay.
Nevada generated $1.28 billion in overall gaming revenue in the month of June.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said, June 30th also marked the end of the fiscal year. They had a $15.8 billion revenue record set for all gaming.
Wow,
For the
okay.
fiscal year. All-time record. They beat last year's record. And it actually, for Nevada, the state itself, the gaming win is they're setting records for all sources of revenue.
Sure.
3 consecutive fiscal years, which is very impressive.
Wow. Okay, great. You got to remember, it's more than Las Vegas.
Yes.
You got Henderson, you got Reno, and places like that.
Speaking
Laughlin,
of which,
Nevada.
of which, 7 of the counties set records for a fiscal
okay.
year.
Okay.
We've got Clark County,
All right.
downtown Las Vegas, the Strip. We've got Mesquite, Clark County, the balance of it, what's left over after the Strip, and also the downtown Las Vegas numbers. Elko, Wendover, all set fiscal year records for revenue.
Okay.
Yep. The Strip, though, did account for 57.4% of the total revenue for the fiscal year, though.
Sure.
Going to finish up the segment talking New York like we always do.
Okay.
New York, week ending July 21st, fiscal year-to-date handle past $6.5 billion. Fiscal year-to-date gross gaming revenue $650 million.
Wow.
FanDuel passed $2 billion in all-time revenue as well at the end of that week, the week ending July 21st. Caesars passed $6 billion in all-time handle, and all 9 operators again positive gross revenue for the week.
Great. That's what you want to see.
That's it for the state and national reports. We're going to start talking deals right now. Starting off our deal segment here, we're going to be talking about Underdog Fantasy and Super Bowl champion coach Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I saw this. That's great.
Going to be a very interesting show to watch.
He seems like a different guy when he's
not with the Patriots.
In the media commentator mode.
Yeah.
You know, I guess, we're used to seeing him after a football game and, yes, no, do your job, on to New York.
Coach Belichick
kind of
versus
thing,
commentator Belichick, two different people.
From all accounts, though, from people who actually know him and spent time with him outside of the, coaching and sports realm, they say he's a very funny guy with a great sense of humor. So, good for him.
Well, what we're actually talking about here is Underdog Fantasy just announced that Super Bowl champion coach Bill Belichick will host and co-produce a new football show on the Underdog Media Network.
Okay.
This will be the first and only original program created and hosted by Coach Bill Belichick. They're going to be looking deep into Belichick's coaching mind. That's the phrasing from the press release.
Okay.
The show is going to feature Belichick breaking down NFL films and analyzing game situations for fans.
Now, it said he's co-producing. Does he have a production company? And if
Probably
he does
now. Does now.
What's the name of it? I don't even know. I would love to know what the name of his production company is.
Well, it hasn't said.
I hope it's something more creative than Belichick Productions. I hope it's Do Your Job Productions or something like that.
Well, he's given co-producer status, but that doesn't mean he has his own production company. That may just be part of the deal.
He should get a production company. He should be doing that. Getting
So, but
pick out a cool name
that will be put on the Underdog Media Network and also on YouTube.
Okay.
Moving over to our next deal, this really began as a deal between ESPN, the network, and we have the National Basketball Association and the WNBA as well, all involved in an 11-year extension of media rights.
Okay.
Why am I bringing this up in a sports betting show? In the release from ESPN about the deal with the quote-unquote landmark 11-year extension with the two leagues, the new agreement, and I'm going to read this is exactly right out of the press release. The new agreement provides ESPN with all necessary rights to create best-in-class sports betting experiences for WNBA and NBA and WNBA fans.
Okay.
Basically, they're going to have more highlights, the rights to use highlights, integrate ESPN Bet into the ESPN broadcast, vice versa. So it was
ESPN Bet is going to look great, I think.
It's going to look completely different, I think.
It'll look amazing. So
see, the one thing everyone is worried about right now, ESPN Bet seems to be kind of teetering, whether between success and failure. And, it's not hitting,
this is
not hitting
help.
the market share.
But
I think ESPN hasn't fully utilized what ESPN Bet brings to the table, nor vice versa. ESPN Bet hasn't been able to utilize what ESPN brings to the table.
There's a lot of shifting in the market.
Yes.
Every week you've been talking about closures of certain sports books. So there's a lot of movement within the sports betting industry with all these operators. And I think ESPN Bet's, finding their way. They're brand new, and they're finding their way. And I think they're adding content, which is amazing, especially with the WNBA and NBA. So, it's going to be interesting to see how they do and find their place in the marketplace.
I think Penn may succeed with ESPN Bet where they failed with Barstool Sportsbook. I think this might be the better fit. I think ESPN's got to start utilizing ESPN Bet a little bit more instead of just doing integrations here and there on TV. But I think you're going to see a lot more integrations going back and forth between, especially with the basketball.
Oh, absolutely. I know you're going to see it a lot more integration.
Yeah.
And by the way, you're going to see a lot more integration with all the operators out there, not just ESPN Bet. I mean, with streaming media, there's going to be a lot of deals and a lot of combinations and things like that. So.
Depending on these deals, though. I mean, this is part of the ESPN's exclusive media rights deal. So I don't know if it translates into exclusive media rights to ESPN.
Well, what's
Bet.
going to happen to all these media rights and all these operators? One of the big issues is advertising and and what is being presented to the public and what is being presented to, possible viewers of younger viewers. So that's going to be an issue coming up. But it's got to be done and it's got to be worked through, and we'll see how all this lands.
Yes. Last deal of the week, we're going to be talking wrestling.
All right.
Don't talk wrestling too much with sports betting, but it's not even sports betting. It's a slot game.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Games Global announcing a deal with World Wrestling Entertainment, the WWE, to create branded content influenced by the sports entertainment property.
Nice.
They don't call it a sport. It's a sports entertainment franchise, WWE.
So they're going to roll out, did they tell you what kind of games we can expect and what kind of slot games and, what's happening with that?
They're going to produce 3 unique WWE-themed slot titles over a 3-year period.
Okay.
With WWE Bonus Rumble, Gold Blitz being the first release to be launched actually this month.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately for WWE fans in the United States, these games are going to be available across all of Games Global's key markets. The United States is not included in that deal yet.
So not even U.S. online casinos?
No.
Oh, damn.
But at some point,
I think that piqued my interest. So I was about ready to jump on one of these online casinos.
But like everything, even if it's released overseas first or outside the United States, it's going to come to the United States.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So that's it for the deals. We're going to start talking industry updates right after this.
Imagine if you lost 20, 30, 40, or even 50 pounds or more right away. Would you be more attractive to the opposite sex? Feel better? Sleep better? If you've tried to lose weight in the past and repeatedly failed, then you need to know about a true game-changer medication. Semaglutide is FDA approved. It can produce quick and easy results. Call the number on your screen now for free info. This is the last diet you'll ever go on. Finally lose the weight and keep it off. There's no pain, no surgery, no exercise plan, no starvation, no fasting, no silly meal prep. In fact, you can continue to eat the foods you love. Pause this screen and take down this number or store it in your cell phone. But call today for free information. The Advanced Medical Weight Loss Program is physician-based and works with your body naturally to create the feeling of being full. This is not just about losing weight. This is about what your life can become as a thinner you. Call the number on your screen now for free info. Finally lose the weight and keep it off. Look great this summer, but hurry. There's a huge demand for this product and shortages may occur at any time. Call the number on your screen now for free information.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. We're going to start off our industry updates talking Hard Rock Bet.
Okay.
Now, Hard Rock Bet just recently launched a new profit boost promotion that allows players to increase their payout on qualifying markets. We all know that's what a profit boost is.
Yeah.
Here with Hard Rock Bet, the difference is players can choose the markets to apply their profit boost to. Mm-hmm. Usually when you get a profit boost from one of the sports books, it's for a certain thing. It's for a certain item, certain event.
I'm not going to tell you the sports book, but when I see I have a 20% profit boost, it's usually a link to something. I click that profit
it's
boost
specifically
link,
related to something.
And it sends me to what I get a profit boost on.
Yes.
So
here, Hard Rock Bet is letting their customers choose where to apply the profit boost.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
It's a little different.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, and they're going to be awarding these profit boosts randomly to players on the site, and they're going to run a lot of promotions that allow customers to earn the chance to get these profit boosts. So unique way to do profit boosting.
By the way, Hard Rock is one of the unique ones. I don't have that on my phone, but when I go to Atlantic City, that's sometimes where I usually place bets at the physical sports book.
It's actually a nice sports book.
It is. It's very nice.
If you don't go into it, you don't see how big it is.
That's what I was going to say. The size is very deceiving. When it's down at the end of a hall, like you're going through the gaming floor, and you look left, and you see where the sports book is. It looks small when you're looking at it, but when you go into it, it's pretty big. It's got a pretty big bar area and things like that.
A lot of tellers, too.
Yeah.
Next item here, we have Caesars. Caesars Entertainment just recently did their conference call for their earnings report. Suffice it to say, digital improvement was the focus of the entire conference call. Really, they saw a lot of revenue growth from the digital side of everything, about 50% for the second consecutive quarter. Growth-wise, sports betting revenue rose 19% year over year. Digital revenue was up 28% overall to some extent. And one of the things I wanted to hit here is not really the earnings. During the conference call, they were talking about what the next brand was going to be launching. It was almost like an afterthought when they said it.
Yeah.
According to Caesars, their next iCasino brand that they're going to be using is Horseshoe.
Yeah, I love this. This is great. Horseshoe is
it's a classic brand.
It's part of gaming history, and I love the fact that they're using it in this way.
Well, everyone was wondering what was going to happen to the WinBet license.
Okay.
And right now we have Hard Rock taking that, and we got Caesars taking other things. We've got Caesars. Horseshoe is going to be launching in Michigan first.
Okay.
And then this is going to be in September, and then they're going to roll out the remaining states that Caesars is in with Horseshoe brand by year's end.
I just saw a commercial. Well, I have an account with Caesars, so I have the sports betting and I have the Caesars online casino. But what I also see, I saw the commercial for it, is Caesars Palace online casino. So and it looks like we're going to get Horseshoe too.
Yes.
So which is great. I love what Caesars is doing with the online casinos.
The iconic brands are incredible.
It's great.
We got a pair of stories involving Rush Street Interactive.
I got that notification.
Well, we're going to talk the other story first.
Okay.
Rush Street did a deal with AGS, the iGaming and slot title maker. AGS's content is now launched in Delaware through Rush Street Entertainment, Rush Street Interactive. That's the fifth state for AGS. Got Capital Gains, Rake and Bacon Odyssey, and Mega Diamond. Rake and Bacon's been in the news a lot lately.
Sure.
But the big story that was brought out for Rush, and if you're an affiliate of Rush, which we are, everyone got this notice that it was kind of weirdly worded as well. They listed a whole bunch of states. If you're in these states, we are closing these effective immediately.
They're closing the affiliate program.
They're not
closing.
They're closing the affiliate program in these states immediately. But overall, they said your contract with Rush Street Interactive will be terminated August 31st. And everyone got that exact same blanket form letter.
Yeah.
And they are shutting down their entire affiliate network as of September 1st.
Sure. Well, look, the basic affiliate thing is you get a commission for people for first-time signups.
Yes.
So many people have signed up by now. I wonder if it's even worth continuing an affiliate program, because
it's already there.
They're already signed up.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where, sure, it was important and great early on in the sports betting industry, but now so many states have sports betting, so many people have signed up, and it's just one of those things where they're wondering if they need to keep it.
Well, and also
I would guess that
a lot of sportsbook now have a referral program.
Sure.
Online casinos, online sportsbooks all have
hopefully
referral programs.
The people,
you can refer your friends and get money that way. So that's staying. So.
Yeah. Hopefully the people who work, they're, in these sportsbook operators, they have, affiliate, people who are in charge of affiliates and work with the affiliates. Hopefully, they'll still be employed, and hopefully they'll still be with the company after the affiliate program shuts down. So because there's always an affiliate manager, there's always a point person for affiliates. Yes. There always has to be someone there at the operator's office to answer questions from affiliates. So, hopefully these people are still, with the company after the affiliate program is done.
Two quick news stories to finish up the segment. We've got Ballybet launching finally in Maryland. That's the 9th state for Ballybet. They're in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, New York, Iowa, Ohio, Virginia, and Massachusetts, in addition to Maryland. And also over in Nebraska, we've got the state gaming regulators allowing Warhorse Casino to launch its permanent facility. It opened August 6th. And it's going to be operating 24 hours a day.
Okay.
That's it for the industry updates. We're going to finish up with our legislative roundup. Starting up our legislative roundup, we're going to go talk about some federal news, legislation news.
Yes.
We've got United States Senators Catherine Cortez Masto and Cindy Hyde-Smith introducing legislation that would exempt the nation's sports books from paying a tax on every bet placed and an annual head tax imposed for every sportsbook employee. It's called the Wager Act.
Okay.
The Wager stands for Withdrawing Arduous Gaming Excise Rates.
Okay.
Yes. I
All
like
right.
Wager Act.
Yeah, the Wager Act.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, if it's approved and signed into law, legal sportsbooks will not have to pay the 0.25% handle tax per wager and $50 annual fee per sportsbook employee to the federal government. This has been on the books since 1951 because it really was only applying to Nevada illegal gambling activities.
Sure. I mean that was an act because sports betting was really legal. Sports betting was happening
confined
in one place and confined to a certain area.
But now everybody's getting hit with this tax, and this has become an annual thing now.
The
Every
question,
year somebody has been
if this
introducing
goes through, the question is, do those savings trickle down to the customer? We shall see.
Do they ever?
No, probably not.
No,
So,
come on. Don't kid yourself.
Yep.
But this, you know what? This is to make it more of a level playing field because small operators get hit by this hard.
Yeah,
More hard than FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, all the
Well, you got to
monsters out
realize, there's state tax and federal tax and things like that.
And now there's this 0.25. It doesn't sound like a lot of
no, it adds up.
A 0.25%.
I mean,
doesn't sound
when
like a lot,
when
but
we
it does.
throw around the billions of dollars worth of handle, that matters.
Got new legislation being introduced in New York State. We've got Bill A10658, which basically was introduced to align mobile betting rules with land-based casino advertising rules. Under the current laws right now, advertisements cannot depict anyone under 21 gambling or engage in any gambling-related activity. The bill takes it further, prohibits the depiction of minors at all in any advertisements, except incidentally, and it's a judgment call.
Okay.
Incidentally, in the background.
I'm trying to think. I heard about this, and I'm trying to think of any advertisements regarding casinos or any gambling entity, whether it be a horse track or if I ever saw a kid or someone of questionable age in these advertisements, and I haven't seen one.
No, neither have I.
So I don't know how big of an effect. I guess it's good.
This is on the books, putting it on the books.
It's good that it's on the books,
Yes.
but I don't think, this was happening anyway.
Yeah.
So,
and the other alteration was instead of having a responsible gambling message at the end or someplace like in a small portion of an advertisement, this new bill would you have to put the responsible gambling message throughout the entire advertising.
Okay, is this a video advertising? I mean,
everything.
Let me tell you something. I'm driving around New
Audio,
Jersey.
I don't know how you can do it, but video you can.
Video. In Jersey, let me tell you something. I'm driving around, and we have billboards everywhere with casinos and sports books and iGaming, and certainly I'm sure it has the the warning and the disclaimer on the bottom about you have to be of age and this and that and the other thing. But the problem is, if it's on a billboard, you don't want to really take your eyes off the road and read it. You just see the big,
visual advertising
XYZ
is fine,
casino, and then the little thing underneath. I mean, it's kind of useless on a billboard when you're doing 55 miles on the Turnpike. But
last story for the week, very quickly. We've got Nebraska. As we're taping this, they're still in their special session. We have Senator Carol Blood, cool name by the way, introduced LB6, which is a Fantasy Contest Act to allow paid entry fantasy contests throughout Nebraska.
Oh, good.
Basically, the difference here, if the bill is approved and passed, it would make Nebraska the first state to base its licensing fee structure on operator revenue. Instead of having a fee plus a fee plus a fee.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically the license would be a percentage of revenue. The renewal fees would be basis on the revenue that the operator brings in, something like 6% of their gross gaming revenue.
Okay.
So that's it for this week's Turnpike Sports Book Report. As always, the ticker has been flying by below us with entertainment and international news stories that we didn't have a chance to cover this half hour. And as always, Monday mornings when this show is released, you will see a full print version of the Turnpike Sports Book Report on our blog, turnpikesports.us. Click on the blog button. You'll be taken there. It has stories that we talked about, stories we didn't talk about, didn't have a chance to talk about anywhere. They'll be in print form there. Press releases, info@turnpikesportsradio.com. Love hearing from everybody out there.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.